Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Session 0. Yay!
Yay!
New campaign, hardcover book, traditional D&D, all those things, something you never see on this channel. My name's Philip. I'm the Dungeon Master for this game, and we have a very fun group here to play this extremely sort of Feywild-centric, whimsical adventure. I think, given that it's the very first thing, I usually, for the first few sessions, have everyone, introduce themselves. So, let's start with whichever one of you present has a name that is alphabetically earliest.
In real life, or for what we've prepped?
You don't know each other's names, probably in real life or what you've prepped. Let's go real life. Introduce yourself as a player, etc., etc. Yeah. So who would be the earliest alphabetically?
I think that's me.
Then you should talk. Yeah, it is you.
Yeah. Sorry, what was the prompt? Just
introduce yourself. Not even your character. Just introduce yourself. Say some social handles if you want to.
Oh, okay, sure. I'm KJ. I occasionally also stream whatever I feel like game-wise on Twitch as Tiger Piggy. And I like doing things.
Are you gonna do an April Ludgate beauty pageant thing and I like people,
places, and things.
Excellent, wonderful. Well, then let's go to who would be alphabetically next.
I think me.
I would be you. That's good.
I'm dyslexic, so who knows? Could be anyone. My name is Lauren. I like horses and playing D&D and Friends.
Excellent. Have you ever played D&D while on a horse?
No.
Have you
I have
ever
not.
played D&D while on a friend? Okay. Excellent.
Oh wait, my social handles are The Rose Explodes on most platforms.
Most platforms. Coming soon to PlayStation 5. And then what who would be next?
I
Alphabet.
believe that would be me.
It would, yeah. God, I hate the alphabet so much, you guys. It's so complicated.
I know it
This was
better
your
backwards
idea.
than forwards.
It is.
I actually know it better backwards than forwards.
That's cool.
So that's my
Security
introduction.
checks,
Hi.
or-
What?
Is that for security check purposes, or is
No,
that
my
just
fourth grade teacher knew we were all going to be alcoholics and made us learn the alphabet. Not kidding. It was a gifted and talented school, and so she was like, "You're all going to end up drinking."
Wow.
She made us learn the alphabet backwards. She also
That's
did the
great.
thing where she made us stand on our desks. It was a whole thing. But yeah, hi. Okay, I'm Olivia. I go by Olivium. And I have been playing D&D since high school on and off. I guess. There's my intro.
That's very exciting. I wish I was playing D&D in high school. I was too busy being just a popular football player back then.
I mean, we played, but then I think we kind of just did whatever the hell we wanted, and then it turned into just playing Smash and eating lots of junk food.
I LARPed.
We did that too.
Nothing about that surprises anyone.
I mean,
Tyler, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yes, by process of elimination, I am Tyler. I have also been playing D&D since high school, 3.5. I play all kinds of different RPGs. I paint stuff that I put on my Instagram when I remember, which is Ricotta Paints. And I have also LARPed Vampire the Masquerade.
Ooh.
yes.
That's a well, I didn't know that was a LARPing situation. I thought that was like a it's not
Oh
it's also
my
a tabletop.
gosh. That is also a tabletop,
Hmm.
but I'll sit down with you one day and we'll talk about it.
Wait,
Understood.
have you gone to the Vampire Masquerade ball?
Not that, no.
Oh, I want to go to that so bad. I usually go to Labyrinth,
Okay.
but not the last couple years. But we went to Labyrinth, and that vampire ball was happening. And
Oh,
we
that's
were like,
cool.
we should go to that too, because we already had costumes. Just add vampire fangs. Good to go.
Add fangs,
sorry.
have fangs will travel.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. So this is our group. We will have one more player starting next week, but for session 0 we have 4 of our 5. This is a hardcover book, and I will be running the book. And I was told a long time ago, like almost months at this point, who knows what time is anymore, but it was suggested, I believe it was on a Top Flight stream. It was suggested that I am a full-on, did you guys say I'm a sociopath or what? Whatever you guys said I am.
That
I've never
Um,
said a bad word about you.
That's very
I've
kind of
said
you.
plenty of bad things about you.
Yeah. But whatever the group collectively suggested that I have I suppose I'm pathologically incapable of kindness, I think is
Mhm.
one good way to say it.
A sadist.
Not a good bone in my body. So I was like, challenge accepted. I'm gonna run a nice game, and that's what this game is. Now, will there be twists and surprises in it? Of course. Will they all be nice? I hope you think so. Is it possible I have something really, really horrible planned for some component of it? No, it's not possible. I wouldn't do that. So that's this game. It's going to be great fun in the Feywild and a carnival that sits on the edge thereof. One thing that I'm not sure if those of you have heard, I guess some of this was actually discussed in some of the preceding stuff, Liv and Lauren, and actually KJ as well from a game long pre the stream, have some experience, and Tyler, I know you do as well. So actually all 4 of these players have some experience with a sort of a concept in D&D called a demiplane or domain of dread. A place where things are just full of evil and darkness, and it's just trying to be mean to you. This game introduces the concept of domains of delight.
I love that. I'm
So-
so excited.
This is thought of as kind of like the opposite of a demiplane of dread. So just throwing that out there. And there's no way I could do anything bad with that.
Oh no, it's gonna be like tickling, where it's like, oh, this is fun. No, this is the worst. I hate it. That's what it's gonna be like.
There are people who think tickling is fun.
Well, no. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna answer that question.
We asked the hard questions here.
Jeez, I'm out of my element. So that's kind of the sort of discussion behind this game, and I've certainly got a few things about vibe and tone and some silly twists I know I'll probably try to put on it based on what we actually find out about the book that should be available about an hour and 5 minutes, thanks to my D&D Beyond pre-order purchase. So, we will spend that time kind of building rolling characters for our intrepid players here. I think everyone has some rough sense of what they're doing, but we can always, let the dice and fates decide. I guess I will, however, start with a quote. This is not from Goblin Market, but it is from another. It's from another like English class style poem that may immediately be sort of there, and it is simply. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Lauren's about to say something.
No, I've read that before.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, because I was a sad girl, but I don't remember what it's from.
Can I phone a friend?
I love that you said because you were a sad girl.
Mm-hmm. That sounds so familiar because I was a sad girl. That is The Stolen
I'm
Child.
still a sad girl.
Now I'm a sad woman.
True.
I'm now a
Sorry,
sad
Philip.
woman.
What was
Goodness.
that from?
It's The Stolen Child. William Butler Yeats.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to John Keats, William Butler Yeats. No. These are the kinds of jokes I made when my friends were books. In any case, yes.
Sad boy.
Sad boy. Is it spelled with an I?
Yes, of course. Always.
There's the Sad Boys Club in Los Angeles that I think is spelled with an I.
I don't want to go to there.
No, I don't either.
It doesn't seem
But it's like an actual club. They have parties and shit. Of course they do, because it's Los Angeles.
Well, in any case, I think that what sounds fun to you guys? Would you guys like to roll your stats first off? Do you want to talk at all about what your sort of character racing class you're thinking, or do people want to like roll stats and then based on what those are confirm?
I want to know what your prediction is for this game. Like, what do you think? Like, what's your overall? Where are you hoping it'll go?
Well, I can't tell you that. That would be giving away the
know.
magic.
But you don't know where it's gonna go.
Oh, I
That's
see.
true.
What
You
you're
don't know
saying.
because you don't have the book.
I hope
Yes.
that this is a game that is very fun throughout. I want it to never be a slog.
Isn't that the hope for every D&D game?
Yes, except sometimes no. Sometimes I'm like, these stupid idiots are going to get into this dungeon and it's going to take them hours. Those dumb idiots. They're going to be literally slogging through a dungeon. This game, I hope it's always kind of like light and brisk and fun. I would love for a game to like at some point feel like you're playing one of those like comfort food sitcoms that I always find myself rewatching. I think it would be very fun for like a D&D game to just be like New Girl or Parks and Rec or The Office or something, just in terms of like tone and goofiness throughout. I will mention something. I don't say this in any descriptive way, and I don't even know what's in the book and how this, but I guess I should say this about the book because this is a thing they've kind of been talking about a lot. This is the first hardcover adventure that D&D has ever published where you can go through this without doing a single combat. Every single encounter in this book, I think some of them are incredibly difficult, but every single encounter in this book can be done through other means.
I feel like I make too many bad decisions.
Oh no,
We're
they
gonna,
will.
like-
You will prompt otherwise peaceful gnomes into trying to kill you, obviously. But I'm just saying that from that as a starting place, you know, no one says Tomb of Annihilation is a book that you can do without a single combat.
I think people just aren't trying hard enough, honestly.
I wanted to, I mean, I know that when I ran, I guess it would have been the book 2 years ago, when I ran The Descent into Avernus, Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, which is about, like, a city getting trapped in hell and everyone being, like, you know, corrupted. When I read that book, or when I got that, I was like, I think I'm going to run my romantic comedy this time. And then I did. I had the best table for that. It was just, that was the, they were like, they were so game to throw off what was going on because they found a multi-dimensional dating agency, and every single one of them was like, yes, please find me a soulmate. That was a trip. So in any case, that, I guess, did that answer your question at all?
No, but you know, we're just.
Can you give me an example of the answer to your question that would have answered the question?
So this takes place in the thick of the Feywild, or on the outside, or is just a carnival in the Feywild, and you enter.
No,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to even ask these questions.
Are you asking where it takes place?
Yeah.
Yes. Then that's we can certainly do that. Yes. You will. The game will begin at the Witchlight Carnival, which can exist with kind of a tent pole, shall we say, in both the Feywild and the mortal realm. And I will actually tease out a question that people can answer right now if they want to of our players, or you can kind of think about it a little bit. One question I need to know from each of you before we begin is, are you from the mortal realm, or do you dwell in the Feywild? For some of you, this Feywild. There we go.
Easy question for me.
I think for Liv, we know what you are.
Probably Mortal Realm.
Mortal Realm, cool. So you're coming into the thing. Tyler, you're probably Mortal Realm based
Mortal
on
Realm.
what I've seen. So the campaign primarily will take place in the Feywild. So for some of you, this will be home turf. For others of you, this will be you're venturing somewhere strange and different. But even those of you who are from the Feywild, you are going to a different part of it.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Because there's 2 new races.
There are.
And fairy, I know. What is the other one, and how do you say it?
I believe it is pronounced Harengon, and you can also simply refer to it as a rabbit folk. They are bunny people. Now, we will get the sort of like official stuff of this, but the Harengon are not as cute as you think they are. They look like, upon seeing them, you're like, oh, this guy can mess you up.
Yeah, no, I found the like.
Thought you were gonna say this guy fucks.
Honestly, one of these Harengons looks like gets down.
I found the sneak peek pages to give you a little bit of insight, because as I was thinking about the different kinds of fairies I want to make, and then I was like, oh, but what about an artificer? And then I was like, oh, but like a Haragon artificer could be really cool. And then I found the sneak peek page, and I was like, oh no, these look like they'd be like barbarians sometimes.
Yeah, they're
like.
I think that's cool though.
Oh, they're very cool, but they're not sort of like.
They're not cute.
They're not cute. They're that guy fucks for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And he's a rabbit, so.
Fucks a lot.
When we were planning the characters, I asked Philip, I was like, if I make a rabbit folk, do I get an immense plus to a breeding stat? And he said yes. And I decided not to do that because that felt dangerous.
Oh, so anyway, yes. So that's that. And fairies kind of can have a variety of looks and appearances.
Yeah, there's a lot. There is a crisis of abundance right now in my brain.
Yeah, this is the art we've seen so far for the fairies.
Looks
they
like
are
Thumbelina.
I
loved that movie.
That is the vibe for sure. They are also
because there's like I think from the sneak peek page on D&D Beyond, there's like fairy, but then there's like 3 subraces that you can choose from.
I think that is more how you act and like your physical appearance, because the fairy have fewer sort of like class features than a lot of races because they can fly. Since they can simply fly unaided, they only have that and some fairy magic. Although they have been given a notable feature, the fairies, they also
Are small.
It looks like they did get rid of the thing I liked so much in the UA, which is they can fit through a 1-inch hole, which I'm really disappointed by. I loved that.
Oh, they got rid of that?
Yeah, it looks like they got rid of that.
Aw.
Wait, but how big are they?
Well, they are small in
Bigger
size.
than an inch.
So in this game, they're small in size. They're like the size of a halfling. But they can innately cast Reduce, so they can, once they're kind of higher level, so they can make themselves like as small as like a kitten.
Give us tiny characters, wizards.
I can be itty bitty.
They
I
can
will
be
carry
tiny
you.
for...
This will be the second game in which I will carry. Oh, well, you can
Second
fly.
game, you carry me.
Yeah.
If you get tired, you can sit on my shoulder.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. But yeah, they got that, and they got a few like spells, which is pretty cool. So that's their stuff. The Harengon, for those who care, as I guess we're just also like promoting this new book. The Harengon, I'm pretty into one of their features, which is I believe they are the first race that is proficient in initiative.
Interesting.
So they
Okay.
gain a.
Oh yeah, they like have a way to like go first in combat.
Yeah, they
That was
get
what I was
to
reading.
add their initiative their proficiency bonus to all their initiative rolls, which is kind of cool.
That's when I realized I'm like, oh, these guys are built to be brawl.
Yeah. They also have an ability to. You can add a D4 to a deck save as a reaction. So if you're ever like really close to making a deck save, you can be like, I'm gonna pump that up as my reaction. So yeah, so there's I don't know, there's some cool stuff there, and we'll of course we'll find out more of this when the book actually comes out. But for now, that's sort of what we've learned of them. So do people want to talk about their characters first, or should we just roll? You want to start getting some rolls out?
It's up
Before
to
you
you.
announce.
I mean, I got very excited with this and already have my character done, other than
Already
the
have-
roles and
already
the full
have-
Yeah,
backstory
same.
and everything.
Okay, in that
I
case,
don't.
why don't
That's
we?
okay.
Okay, in that case, why don't we hear from everyone? Why don't you present sort of your character? You don't have to go into full backstory, and in fact, to some extent, don't go too much into backstory because like that'll be part of the story and such. But you can kind of explain a bit of who you are, race, class, all that kind of stuff. Tyler, why don't you start, as you sound the most excited?
I am a. Do you want like name and everything too? If we have it.
I think if we've got the name, let's get the name.
Okay, so
Right?
I'll be playing Alanius, the reborn human barbarian,
Ooh.
planning on going path of ancestry. And I think a lot of the backstory stuff I would want to wait
Then
to
just
reveal, but I
Ooh.
will say he is on a quest for vengeance, let's call it.
fair enough. Olanius, and is a reborn human. How
Yes.
interesting.
So,
And that is pretty apparent to anyone who sees you. I think that you are reborn.
yeah,
right?
so I do have a physical description I wrote up here. Let me
Hit us
pull
with
that up.
I think that let's do that. If you got one handy, I mean, come on.
I do. It is right here. And I even wrote it in universe. A tall, pale man stands before you. His frame is heavily muscled and shows the hallmark signs of someone used to combat. Armor covers his chest, but his thick arms are bare. His oddly pale flesh is almost completely covered in what look like barely healed slashes, and his face, lined by formerly black hair turned almost completely gray, is gaunt and ashen.
The Reborn are an interesting lineage from Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. They're sort of people who are they are not undead, but they're sort of close to it. They're kind of like revenants almost. Yeah, there it is. So very good. All right, so Olania. So it seems like we have a. Well, there goes the plans for a no combat game.
It's okay. My
that's not gonna
backup
be
is
what happens
persuasion,
here.
so.
We're
Great.
definitely gonna have combat.
There's no way. Yeah. All right. KJ, Lauren, who would want to talk about ideas next? Anybody?
Go ahead, Lauren.
Okay, I am going to be playing Rival. She is a tiefling ranger. She was in the military, but I won't go too much into that. And she is about 5'10", has black hair and lavender skin, gold eyes. And she will probably speak with a British accent because I haven't done one yet.
Quick question for you about Rival. You say she's 5'10".
Yes.
Is that with or without the horns?
Ooh, good question. Without.
Okay. So with the
But
horns,
yeah.
is
probably
she like
no
antelope horns or curved
curly
ram horns? Okay,
like
gotcha.
ram almost.
So
yeah.
she's maybe a little over 6 foot in that case. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right. Very good. Lavender skinned military. Great. Was she a scout? Was she like a scout in the army?
No, I did. You know what? We'll figure that out later.
Okay. Wonderful. KJ.
I shall be playing Alexis Rosanelle. She is a half Eladrin, half Dhampir. And she just wants to have a good time. She is based off of, if anyone is a Schitt's Creek fan, Alexis, but she's just a little bit Alexis. So it's okay. Also, it's spelled with an E, not an A. So what?
I have heard you talking about this character for months and months and months and months and months and months and months. You were going to play this another game of mine. And I never heard you make the joke of, well, she's just a little bit Alexis. My mind is blown. That's fantastic. I'm a little bit Alexis. Oh man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So she is based off Alexis Rose, but it's spelled with an E, not an A. So it's completely different.
Okay.
You guys should definitely try to meet her family, is all I'm gonna say.
Absolutely.
She has
Ew, David.
Yeah.
David.
Well.
And she's a warlock. Okay, sorry, she's a warlock.
Warlock.
Excellent.
Now I know that she's a she's a Dhampir because she's that means you're half mortal and half vampire, but because of her vibe, I'm just gonna do the joke I've already made to you privately, but we'll see how this goes. Would you maybe say that means she's a glampire?
Oh yeah. Absolutely, yes. She's very fashionable. She's very fashionable.
Looking at my notes here.
I just
When she was when she was first thought up, she was going to be a bard, and she was absolutely going to be proficient in DJing and dancing. But we scrapped the bard idea, and she's a warlock now, so it's fine. She just does it for fun.
I was really into the concept of a character who is proficient in DJing and it is useless in the game, just like in real life.
Hey.
Strong stance here. Strong actually DJs are fine. It's fine. You know what?
I mean, I have strong opinions about
Share them.
DJs.
You don't have to share
Just,
them.
no, I just think that male DJs are
Really cool.
bad human beings most of the time.
Do you think we can ever get something going where like Cockney rhyming slang style, we start referring to DJs as like banners because it rhymes with Tanner because of DJ Tanner from Full House, like a
I
real
feel like that's a stretch.
no, because it's like they say like bob up the apple and pears because apple and pears rhymes with stairs, like it's like the rhyme. It's always a real long walk. But I think we should call them Tanners or Carusos.
Listen, my stance on DJs is just that if you fuck a male DJ once, shame on them. But if you fuck 2 male DJs, shame on you, because they are never going to be decent humans.
I think it's
What if it's in the same night though? What is the rule with that?
Then you definitely need to get an STD check.
Yes, that doesn't count.
They cancel each other out.
Just
That's
don't,
not how
ladies.
STDs work.
Ladies don't
Oh.
fall for a DJ. This is not my personal experience. It's just from having numerous friends who I have counseled through their various heartaches. And now
Yeah, I'm fine. I fell for a
resentment.
therapist, so
Ladies don't fall for a DJ. That sounds like a country song for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh man, I could really hear that. Well,
With the
fun.
twang.
So we can sort of pause for a second. So Liv, speaking
Yeah.
not about DJs, so you are not sure what you're doing yet. So maybe, having heard 3 characters, we should stop the character presentations and maybe roll some stats, and then maybe we see what inspirations come to you, perhaps.
It's not. I need to see officially what fairies look. Here's the thing.
Yes.
I was like, oh, I know for sure what I want to do, and then I looked at the D&D Beyond page and saw the different kinds of fairies, and then I started thinking about, because like Arcane Trickster just seems like it works so perfectly with like a pixie,
Of course.
and that totally makes sense. But then I was like, ooh, but then there's Phantom, and I have this. And then there's like a darker fairy option, and so now I just have too many ideas in my head, and I need to officially see what the book says. But yes, we can roll this.
What if, and obviously you don't have to do this, what if you, in the spirit of the game, chose, if you have 6 options, you assign each one to a die and you roll it. And then if you roll it and then it's like, okay, I don't like that one, just roll it again. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like,
That is something we could do. Well, so I developed this like phantom fairy whose dead brother no one else can see and talks to her, but it would involve more work on Philip's part potentially.
What the fuck am I doing here? Sure, that's whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
Well, Philip, question.
oh
Do
no.
we know what the other player is playing?
We don't. I believe that
Okay.
player will probably be basing her decision on, like, what seems most needed. I heard cleric. I heard fighter. Those aren't the same thing. So I feel like
No,
there's
not remote.
flexibility. Yeah. So I would say everyone should do what they want to do. Because also, if there's 2 of the same class in a party, it still works. It doesn't break anything. That's been my experience. If there's 3 of the same class in a party, okay, now hold on, guys. You're not creative people.
Aw.
But if there's only 2, it's like you guys are different riffs. So you basically need to see the final artwork on the fairies.
Not even artwork, like I want to read everything. I'm very focused on, like, my decisions tend to be about like the whole character
Mhm.
holistically. So I want them
Totally.
to make sense and be consistent with so I won't always pick the most advantageous things if the character calls for less advantageous options.
Understood.
But I want to see all the descriptions and know what I'm doing and
I
be in the spirit of the book.
I suspect that the fairy is probably going... Oh, it says not all the fairies' traits are represented below. Okay, so that really is a sneak peek. So yes, we don't know. So maybe they can fit through a hole 1 inch wide.
That's what I'm.
Yeah.
I need the
All right.
You know you want to be a fairy.
I know I want to be a fairy because I've always wanted to be a fairy in D&D.
This is your
So I'm very
chance.
excited. Yes, and I have wings. Even like, I have ears that will be donned. Like, it is a thing.
Excellent. Well, then we will get to the exact details of that. But it sounds like there's some possible rogues or maybe artificer.
Yeah, so it's either going to be a rogue or an artificer.
Okay.
And I was actually kind of hoping we'd have the other person here because then I was like, well, if we have a cleric, I'll definitely go rogue. But if they go fighter, then maybe I'll.
I would. I don't. Does artificer? I don't think artificer gets on the toes of cleric that much. Can artificers heal?
Oh. Well, no, I don't think so.
No.
I just, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
There's the alchemist artificer, but
they might have some shenanigans. Yeah, so far it seems like unless our last player goes cleric, all the healing will be down to this one ranger.
If I do, the problem is if I do an artificer, I'm going to start becoming obsessed with time travel somehow. Like, it's just going to happen.
Obsessed with time travel.
well, Philip loves that, so.
Yeah, we've done some time travel stuff in these games.
It's a problem. All of my tattoos are time travel themed.
Impressive. Well, I guess let's go ahead and roll some stats and sort of see how that treats us. Who would like to go first?
Not me.
KJ shall go first. All right, KJ, here's how we're rolling stats. I do this different ways in various times, and we're using one. This is kind of just basically as per a request you made. The way you will be doing stats is you will roll 3d4 and add 7.
7?
Mm-hmm.
What's the average?
Okay.
Huh.
You said
Interesting.
you said you didn't want to have any negatives. So this way you mathematically can't have a negative.
Is that what we're all doing? 3d4 plus 7?
Yeah. I said I was going to be nice in this game. People can have multiple 20s to start. I was like, yeah, do it. Go for it.
Oh gosh, I guess you could, couldn't you?
You guys can just...
Okay,
you guys
can't
can
have
just
Here's the thing: we don't know what you're going to be throwing
You
at
can't
us.
have a 20.
well, with your you can get to a 19, and then you can add your 1 to a
with
20
the
on-
thingy. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so
I
KJ
was
is
like-
going to do this, and I will mark these down for you, so you can just say numbers, and I will.
Oh, we're doing one
So
of
basically, KJ, roll your first 3d4.
Oop. All right, that is 6 plus 7.
13.
13. Yeah.
Unlucky. Oh, roll on the track.
No, we're not. Don't you
oh,
put
that's
that evil on
cocked.
us.
Okay, so that is 7 and 7, 14.
7 and 7. 7 up and Seagram 7, more like it.
7.
Another 6, so another 13.
Okay.
Another 6, so another 13.
Really getting a lot of those.
Oh, okay. 6 plus 4, 10 plus 7, 17.
17. That's.
Was that all, how many did I do?
You need one more.
One more. Another 6. 6 is a common thing I'm rolling.
That is
Yeah,
a common thing, but that's
I mean, that's good.
crazy. All right. Well, you have 4 13s, a 14, and a 17.
Okay.
So there's sort of 2 ways you can do this with your stats that sort of make a lot of sense. You can either have so the way this we're doing like the Tasha's rules for we're doing the Tasha's rules for stats, and we're not doing like and actually because you're being a Dompier, it literally doesn't even tell you where to put them. But for everyone, no matter what species you're being, no matter what your race is, you are just adding just 2 and 1 or 1 1 1. We're not doing any like assigned numbers to it. So you have 13, 13, 13, 13, 14, and 17. I would like to present to you what I think the 2 sort of most sensible options here would be. One is that this is for if you want to have 2 things be really high. Now you're being a warlock, so a lot of people would say do that so you can have incredible con and incredible charisma and nothing else. In which case you would have 13s in all your other stats, an 18, a 16 in con, and an 18 in charisma. You'd have a +3 to con, a +4 to charisma. Your other option would be to do 3 1s, which would give you 2 13s, 3 14s, and 1 18.
The first one.
The first one. So you'll go super high charisma, very high con, and everything else is just above average, but, yeah.
Yeah.
However, because you have at least a 13 in every stat, you could theoretically multi-class into anything. Don't multi-class, I don't like it, but you theoretically
I want to be a pop
could.
star.
I'm going to multi-class into pop star. All right. Well, there we go. So that was an interesting thing where we had a lot of the same roll pop up there, probably because the dice are smaller size, but it's mathematically how it goes. So great. Who would like to roll next?
I will.
So pull out your 3d4.
Oh. Why
and
did I think
I was trying to figure out a way to have it be like I almost was gonna be like, maybe they should roll 4d4 and add 4, so it's like their hit points are a second level magic missile. But I think that would get people, that would be too high.
I am opening a new bag for my character.
Dude,
Ooh.
like it.
I'm very excited. I bought a huge bag. Well, Philip knows this, but I bought a huge bag of like 100 die, mostly to film D&D TikToks. But I decided for each campaign, I'm going to use a new one for my character. And this is going to be the color for Rival.
That looks like a rival dival.
Rival. Okay, sorry, 3d4.
3d4.
And then I add 7, right?
And then you add 7.
Okay. Ah, they're sticking to my hand because I'm sweaty.
Watch out for 6s.
6, 7, 8. 8 plus 7, 15.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all, my math. Y'all have to help me.
We don't have to do anything.
Well, you can, or watch me struggle. 6. Oh no, that's 7. Plus 7, 14.
I thought we were gonna have another 6. No, I'm just because Kyla had so many.
I did. I had
Kyla
so
said,
many.
"Watch out for them."
3, 4. That's a 6, but plus 7.
13.
13. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
This makes me anxious to do math in public. 3, 6.
If only you could have known ahead of time that would have been involved.
I know.
There was no way of knowing.
I'm still not used to it. There was no way. 6, 9.
16.
Plus 7, 16.
I want to say something to you now, and I'm going to maintain this in the thing. Right now, the numbers you have rolled. It was not in this order, but this is the numbers you've rolled. You have rolled 13, 14, 15, 16. If you wind up with a spread in either, so like if you rolled a 17 or a 12 right now, or I guess technically if you rolled an 18 or an 11, then you'd have to get the next one. But I'm gonna say if you have it in order, I'm gonna give you some special prize.
I don't think that's gonna happen. 4, 7,
Once
14.
he does it, he jinxes it.
She didn't.
I know. Damn it, Philip.
Why do you think I said it?
You saw what happened in Blood from a Stone when you didn't even mention 13s before the game.
That is true. That is true.
Okay. 4, 5, 6, 9. So another 16.
Wow. That's good. All right, so your stats are 16, 16, 15, 14, 14, 13.
And I can put those anywhere I like? Okay.
Said the fishmonger to the chambermaid. Yes, you can put those wherever you want, and then you are going to get to add you'll get to add 2 to one and 1 to another.
Ooh,
I would not recommend adding 3 ones.
Okay. 3 to 1. Say that again.
You get to add 2 to one and 1 to another.
Okay. Okay. Leave me alone. I have to think about this.
All right. Well, no. Do you want to talk about? So you are a ranger.
Ranger. Yes.
So typically, rangers want their highest stat to be their dexterity. But some rangers who think they're going to fancy themselves a little bit more on the spellcasting side of things, they would actually go wisdom as their highest stat. You have an interesting opportunity where rather than having anything be an 18, you could give yourself 4 16s.
Yeah.
You
could have 16, 16, 16, 16, 14, 13, which is that's absurd in a different direction. That's a very kind of a crazy well-roundedness. Or you could have 18, 16, 16, 40, 40, you know, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think
She's thinking.
I am.
She's still thinking.
I feel stressed.
She feels stressed because we're making her think in public. She's doing some math in her head and she doesn't like it. But as she tees up on this next stat, the form is good. Light breeze today.
I was actually just thinking I need to turn on the fan.
She looks like she's suffocating in there. She needs to turn the fan on. And you know, Bob, I keep telling you this time after time, these players need to have air circulating in these rooms when they make these decisions. That's right, Bob, but here on the fairway, she's lining up.
Okay. Charisma, not super important for a ranger, right?
In terms of traditional stats, no. But is it important for being able to...
Against the Fae.
I could be against, I don't know, maybe it's really important.
I feel like the Fae are very charismatic.
That's
and
true.
They like, just based on my readings of previous literature, not for this, for another campaign. I feel, okay.
What previous literature were you reading for another campaign? That's interesting. Let's expand on that.
Okay.
Was it Ice Planet Barbarians?
No. I had to stop.
Gosh.
After there was one. No, you don't understand, Tyler. You haven't been here for this whole journey. I started reading those and could not stop because you can just like knock them out. But then I accidentally saw the completed list, and there is one with my name in the title. It's like Lauren's Barbarian or something, and I was like, this has gone too far.
I think it was. I think you were one of the people who reads it. So the author was like, oh, there's a reader. Let's write one. Let's do a self-insert for her right there. There we go. You're welcome.
There's like 20 of them.
Like and subscribe.
There's 22 as of right now. Anyway, we're playing D&D. Okay, the reason why... Stop getting me off course, Philip. Okay,
Yeah,
so...
we'll talk about Ice Planet Barbarians later.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm just trying to fill as much time as possible until 9 p.m. That's all this is.
That's very
I
true.
will just say there is a character that's actually named after me in the book.
Oh,
That's cool.
I'm on the cover of a play about abuse and teen relationships.
And we get no more information. These are just statements made in the ether.
Lauren was going to continue her story, and then I would finish mine.
Perfect. Everyone finish anything. No one finish anything. That's my squad goal.
No one finish anything.
Well, okay,
Really
okay.
bad night.
So, because here's the thing. I don't want to tell you why I was looking into that, because it has to do with another character that will resume in the new year.
Understood. Then don't tell me about it. That's great. And now I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm plotting things. It potentially could go awry. It usually does, but like I said, I'm gonna throw noodles at a wall and see if something sticks.
See,
Yeah.
strategy.
That's my way of playing D&D. I just do stuff and see what happens.
I mean, that works.
Okay, if I hadn't done random shit in Top Flight, there wouldn't be a Domain of Dread for you to play Blood from a Stone in. So,
Yeah, Blood from a Stone would have
there.
been much easier for them had you not done that. Is what that really means.
Well,
So
leave me
go
alone.
ahead and get back to whatever the hell this digression began on. You were talking about charisma. So yes, charisma may be very important in this campaign, more so than usual.
Exactly. So that's why I'm thinking I should at least have a 15 in that. So I can take one of the 14s and add one.
So, all right, gonna do a quick. I feel like I've talked to you about this a few times, but we haven't done the full thing. It is math in terms of like if we're really getting into stats and numbers and all this stuff. Odds do nothing for you.
That's right. You've told me this, and it just.
I do feel like I've said it a
brain
lot of
and sick.
times. Yes.
You have.
So
I
in
just
other
don't
words,
listen.
what you want to do is end up with as many even numbers as possible, because that way you're getting the most out of the modifier. The modifier only changes on an even. So like a 14 and a 15, they just give you the same modifier.
Yeah.
So many sixes.
You rolled so many sixes.
And then +7, so I have so many odds.
Well, yeah.
So I want to.
We'll get to a thing though. Just wait.
So I'm gonna add 1 to the 13 to make that 14.
Okay. Oh, okay. Wow, cool. All right.
And then I can add 2 to another one.
So yes, you can add 2 to another one.
But I don't want to do it to the 15. No, I do, because 16, because then that will still change the modifier, right?
It will change the modifier, but if you add 2 to an odd number, you're left with another odd number, which means you're only going up by, but basically, I'll tell you what, you have a lot of flexibility in this. If you're going to add 2 to a number, if you add it to a 14, that will increase it to a 16, which means it goes from a +2 to a +3. If you add it to a 16, it goes from a 3 to a 4. If I were you, I would put it on a 16 or a 14.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like the idea that you're making it so you're very high on like almost everything. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
At least you appreciate that and not me not listening to you ever.
Well, I appreciate that part less. True.
Okay, I'll make one of the 14 16.
Okay, cool. So you will end up with 16, 16, 16, 15, 14, 14.
Yes.
That's a pretty darn just like well-rounded humanoid there.
Once I started adding more dice to my collection, and I've started rolling better, and I don't know if it's because my original die were like cursed, but
I doubt your original die were cursed. I think it's that your die are just socializing more.
Weird beliefs.
No, they're socializing more.
Oh, there's okay.
I think they attune to a character, and then when they're played, it's like a wand in Harry Potter. And when you use someone else's wand, it doesn't necessarily work as well for you because it's not meant for you.
That's a good point. And Pierce, damn it, I'm not cursed.
Don't listen to Pierce. It's because dice are meant for a specific character, and that's how you're supposed to use them.
I do use different dice for every character I've ever played.
Oh my god, I can use my tiny dice.
That's actually really funny. If you're a tiny little fairy, that's
I
kind of
have
incredible.
tiny dice. They've been waiting for someone. Oh.
Wow. Okay. Well, speaking of dice, who wants to roll their stats next?
Wait, do you want to know about the book now?
Yes.
Sure.
Hold on.
Philip, I would like to change my character to a tiefling. I'm going to be blue.
No!
And I would like to call my rage my Quee.
Did you Google all that? Or
No,
did you know
I
about
actually
it?
have watched a couple of YouTube videos about it.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is a barbarian. You're halfway there. Ooh,
That's
book.
amazing.
This is the book.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's
And,
awesome.
I am friends with the author. This is her pen name because she writes urban fantasy under her real name. So when she started writing horror sci-fi, she wanted a different name so people wouldn't expect a less violent book, basically.
Right.
Is
Yeah.
she
Exactly.
Ruby Dixon? Is she Ruby Dixon? Does she write?
Sean
Man, that-
McGuire.
Oh.
That would just make the world too small. Well,
Yeah,
that's very exciting.
This is a book about killer mermaids.
Ooh.
Oh, shoot.
Hey,
I'll
you've
have to
talked about
recommend
how
it to
you
my
like
girlfriend.
being that.
I love mermaids. And I did not know, I beta read some of her works. I did not get this one to read. So I hadn't read it. And then I was late to the party and tweeted I was finally picking it up. And she was like, oh, you haven't read it yet? And I was like, no. And she went, I'm so sorry. And I was like, what? We'll apologize next
wait.
week.
Wait. Hold on.
Hold on.
Do
What?
you want to be a mermaid in this game instead of a
Is that
fairy?
an option?
Sure. Would you rather?
I mean, I already have too many options.
You could be a mermaid. The rule is
Don't tell me that.
you either have legs or you can talk.
I mean, Triton's pretty close.
She has legs. She's not a mermaid, though.
Yeah,
She's
but that's
just-
when she's the other thing, and she's like, and that's hard to be a spellcaster because sometimes it means you got to be flopping around on a tail so you can cast your spells.
Okay, no.
But if you're a spellcaster, you can't do most spells without your voice, which I learned the hard way.
Listen, that is very tempting. I'm gonna stick with fairy purely because if I have to start thinking about mermaid stuff, my mind's gonna explode. Like you will actually see my brain leak out of my ears as we're live tonight.
I thought this was really funny, and the people I was with did not. But one time, I was singing Part of Your World, and I was just doing the thing where I repeat the same lyrics multiple times because I really think it's funny to imagine that songs were written where a phrase is just literally rhymed entirely with itself. And I sang up where they walk, up where they run, up where they walk, and up where they run. And I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. And
Fine.
it just really got me. And I got myself, which is very embarrassing. But the people I was with did not think it was as funny as I did.
No.
God. Anyway.
Howard Ashman is rolling in his grave.
Who'd like to roll their stats next?
I'll go.
All right.
Last
Elanius.
seems scary. I don't want to be last.
All right.
No pressure for whoever does go last. All right, let's see what we got here. 4,
He
7.
says with only one person left after him.
So
Whoever it
that-
is.
We're adding 7 to it, right?
You are.
Yes.
So that's 16.
Okay.
That's less than 16. Oh God. Nah, I thought I would be able to do this math faster. What's 8 plus 6? 14.
Yes,
I
but
panicked.
here's my question. What's interesting about the math you just did is 7 wasn't one of the
Wait,
numbers.
yeah, you're right. What's 8 plus 7? Sorry.
Isn't it 15 or no?
Yeah, it's 15.
One
You're
more
right.
than the one
I'm
you came
shorting
up with?
myself.
You're like, well, I clearly did. I added this 1 to the 7, but these two, yeah.
Okay, now it's 8 plus 7.
I can't do
again,
odd
so-
numbers, so you have to take one
15.
from the odd, put it on the other odd.
But 1 is still an odd number. Is that another? Yeah, that's another 15. So 16, 15, 15, 15.
This is rude to KJ because KJ also had a repeated thing like this, but it was lower than the one you're having.
The disrespect in these dice
It
rolls.
really is disrespectful dice.
Okay, that's another 15. This is not a joke.
You have one more.
I do. What do we think it's going to be?
I would like to report a hate crime.
Oh, that's a lot lower. It's 4. Oh, only an 11.
An 11. All right, so, man, I would say for so many of you actually for you specifically, the real right move for you would be to abandon the report and to just literally be a human. Because if you add 1 to, because what you're looking at here are 16, 15, 15, 15, 15, 11.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I really think that in spite of, as cool as an 18 is, I think that adding 3 1s to those 15s and having 4 16s is an extremely attractive thing for a barbarian.
Yeah.
Because that means your AC is 16 out of the gate. That means you have +3 it means your strength is what a normal level 1 character is. And your dex is +3 and your con's +3.
And I still have another 16 to put in probably charisma because that's seems to be.
Oh yeah,
everyone's
and a
doing.
16 for for a mental stat. I
So
didn't even
we'll
realize
do that. We'll do 16,
Wow.
and we'll. Yeah, so all my physicals will be 16, and
Are you
then
regretting, Philip? Are you having regrets?
Regretting what?
Regrets? Being nice to us in the beginning.
We'll do intelligence 11.
Okay.
Wisdom.
He's not going to
15,
regret it. He will
charisma
potentially at
16.
some point get bored as we do this and then throw in some meanness. There's no regret. Just like, you know what would be fun? Just a full fucking straw
Horror
just right
surge.
here.
Ha ha! You've been in the demi-plane of dread all along. This is the bad place.
This is
Well, oh God.
Oh,
that's gonna
man.
happen.
even Jason got it.
For those of you watching, we've got about 6
Oh my
Dev,
gosh.
16. Yep, you got there. 16 minutes. Yep.
Thank you. 16 minutes until the release of the actual book on which we
Now,
are basing this
Also,
campaign.
Also, everyone, let's like hold on for 1 second about that. Like that's
What?
just what that's like when I was able to get it last time. Like that's not like a fully like official thing. That's
Great.
just like
It might not happen. Never mind. I take it back.
Also, did you order it on PDF and hardcover, hard copy?
no, it's not on PDF. I ordered it on D&D Beyond. It's like it's an online access thing.
No, I know, but you're a nerd. You like you like
No,
you like
I don't
you don't?
I don't get the physical
Oh.
books any longer. I haven't had them in a while. Only when
Oh.
I'm running. Only when I'm such a digital DM, which I feel lame about.
Are
but
you? Really?
Mildly.
You do this online a lot?
Yeah, a little bit. A couple times a week. Okay, well, great. So far we have a golly, 4 16s.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It's pretty fun. Great. All right, very good. So Liv, are you ready to roll some stats? Oh, I'm sorry.
She just got food.
She's
I
sawing.
literally
Well,
chose
yeah.
this moment to eat. No,
No,
it's
no,
good.
no, no.
I'm good. I'm happy to roll. I want to roll. No, I want to roll.
Want to roll? All right. Well, it's 3D. So just roll 3d4. Add the number 7 to it, and we're here to help.
Oh, 3d4.
3d4. It's like a. I really did try to figure out how to have it be a magic missile. I couldn't think of a way that would have like the right spread.
Okay, so it's 3d4 add 7.
Mm-hmm.
I will be right.
So the first one's a 7, so 7 and 7, 14.
14.
That works. Okay. 11 plus 7, so 18.
Dang.
That's a really good one.
That's 2 4s and a 3. That's almost the best you could do.
Yep.
I like how we were given
14.
all the chances to have wonderful numbers, and I still got really low numbers. Just like comparatively.
It's really it's bothering me a lot. I feel really bad about it.
Did you get that 14?
I have a 14, an 18, and a 14.
Okay. 2, 5. Yes? Yeah, 16.
Okay.
I was doing math and my brain decided to be stupid. 16.
All right.
One more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 19.
That was 4 4s?
3 4s.
Yeah, 3 4s.
And a 7. 11, 7?
Yeah, 19. All right, Liv did
It's
okay
your
there.
fault.
She won.
Did
Liv
someone
It's your
find
fault.
me?
Liv only had one odd number, and it was a 19.
Okay.
So Liv, Liv can have 2 20s at level 1.
Apparently, this is lucky.
That's absurd. Yeah, you can have 2 20s, 2 16s, 2 14s.
Okay.
Which I think is what almost anyone would tell you to do.
That seems wrong. Can we? Seems like.
Well, you don't have to do that. I did have a player who felt that taking 20s at level 1 was unlucky. And so upon rolling a bunch of he rolled 2 natural 8, he rolled 2 18s. We were doing a 3d6 thing and said, I'm not putting +2 in either one of these because it's unlucky to have 20 at level 1. But I mean, you play Dahlia and she's has a 22 at level 1, so and I think she's been fine.
Yeah.
Nothing's bad happened to her.
Too much. It's too much.
14, 18, 14, 16, 16, 19. That's pretty darn high. Yeah, so you could have two 20s, or you could have, I don't even know. If you didn't want to go fully 20, you could have a 20 and two 18s. That's almost more ridiculous.
Yeah, the 20s are unlucky.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah. I think what they were saying was it's unlucky to have nowhere to go. That was their philosophy.
You're tempting fate. You're drawing
Yeah.
attention to yourself.
They were like I'm too strong at the beginning. Like there's something like that.
It's like flashing your success, and then you get the evil eye pointed at you. I don't like it.
Well, goodness gracious. So what do you think?
Can I just make them 18s?
Uh,
I don't like it.
make what's 18s?
20s.
Yeah, well you don't have to have a 20 at level 1 at all.
Don't want to.
Cool. So so the real question, do you want to raise your lower stats, or do you want to get all your stats to like another high situation? Right now you have an 18 and a 19. Both of those are going to give you a +4 modifier. So you can make one of your 16s another 18 and have 3
Wait.
+4s.
What numbers do I have? Now I'm confused.
You have 14, 14, 16, 16, 18, and 19.
Oh, okay.
The lowest roll anybody had was an 11. KJ wound up with the third highest roll of the night with a 17, and then Liv showed her up twice in a row.
I don't like it.
I'm not even mad about that. I'm just mad about my 4 13s.
Well, there is one other. So basically, you the plan for all of this is you guys are allowed to re-roll these stats because this is the nice game, and most home games allow people to re-roll stats if you just don't like your spread at all.
If I re-roll and it's lower, do I have to keep it?
No.
Okay.
In any other game, absolutely. In this one, no, not at all.
Oh, okay. But just one re-roll.
You could do one re-roll of the whole thing if you'd like to. That is
Of
an
the
option.
whole thing? No.
Of the whole what?
Like, want me to re-roll all the stats?
Well, yeah.
No. I'm good.
You want to roll 3d4 add 7 and replace that with one of yours?
Yeah.
Sure.
Just one.
Sure. That's
4
fine.
13s.
Everyone
too
can
much.
do that if you want to. In that case, I'll
Well,
give that
I
as an
mean,
option
shoot.
to everyone.
Wait, sorry, what? What?
Roll. Okay, sure. Yeah, we'll do one. That's a fine thing. Anyone who wants to re-roll all their stats is welcome to, but anyone who would like to roll 3d4, add 7, you could sub out one of the things you had. I'm fine with that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
I'll
I
leave
feel
just
like
one. I feel
nobody
like it'd
will
be
ever.
selfish to go for higher than 4 16s.
What'd we get, KJ?
What do you think I got? What do you?
13?
What do you think I got? A fucking 6. Yeah. God damn.
Do you want to? I'm gonna have you do it again, and I'm gonna just say, get different fucking dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those dice not
Get
like your
3
character.
other dice right now.
All right, this bad boy.
Oh my
you.
God.
No, not you.
We are blessed by our DM, his good nature, his heart, his kindness.
Here's what drives me crazy. I roll so well in these games. In my main, like the D&D campaign that I've been in with my friends who've been playing for like 8 years, I'm the barbarian of our group, and when we roll initiative, I always get like 4.
Mm.
Every fucking
And
time.
you're probably rolling with advantage at that level.
Yes, I don't understand.
KJ, what'd you get?
I got a 6. On the first one, I had a 3, a 2, and a 1. On this one, I had 2s across the board. And I am just going to stop acting like the universe has any kind of plan for me except
Go
garbage.
commit a
Okay.
crime and
Okay.
put yourself in jail.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
maybe when you come out, you'll roll better.
Okay. New plan for you. Okay. Hold on.
It's okay. This is
I'm
just
the dog roll.
New one. Roll 1d4. For one of your stats, you could replace the following way. I'm only doing this for her because of the mathematical impossibility of you've rolled 6 sixes of 3d4 tonight, by the way, of 8 rolls.
yeah.
Roll a d4, okay?
You know what? Pierce would be thankful to roll 6s.
I got a 3.
A 3. Okay. So subtract that number from 20.
17.
Okay. So make one of them a 17.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh.
Lord in heaven. Is anybody else replacing a roll they did with their 3D?
I got 14. I will
14?
keep.
You'll just keep what you have. Okay.
I also got a 14, so I'll replace my 11 if that's something we're doing.
Yeah.
Well,
you
that
were-
makes me wonder what would happen if a character, like if someone was creating a character from Blood for a Stone and they got 13 for every stat. What would you do?
I would kiss them on the mouth. That would be so cool of them to do.
Right?
Oh, geez. What a cool person.
I cannot stop thinking that tieflings are like high split barbarians.
So you are replacing. So you're replacing one of your 13s with a 17. So you have an 18 charisma, a 16 con. Still.
I switched it around. Should I not have switched it
No,
around?
no. However you want to do. I haven't.
Okay,
even,
yeah,
I haven't,
so
I'm
it's-
not even looking at your page.
I made it a 17 con because it would have been I had a 16 and that's +1.
Yep.
And then dexterity is 6 because I got an actual 16 somewhere. I think.
Great. Yeah. You had a 16 from the +2 that you had. Great.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So.
No, but the 16 is on that charisma. So wait, actually, maybe am I remembering
No, the
something wrong?
18's on the charisma, which is definitely where you want it.
But that was with the +2.
No, that was with a +1 because you had you
Oh.
rolled a 17. So really, you rolled 2 17s now because I let you do one of the ridiculous way. But I mean, my God.
So then, should I make the 17 and 19? No, leave it. It's fine. We're fine.
I never look at chat, but I just went to chat, and what Pierce just said I think is really funny. I really like that. That's funny.
Seeing a 6.
That's a good. That's yeah. I'm into that. I'm into it. All right. So well, very
4
fun.
minutes.
God, I hope.
Allegedly.
I hope that.
Allegedly.
I hope it's not released at 9.
I do. I want to gauge his reaction while he reads
Yeah,
it.
of course you do. Well, okay, cool. So we have some stats now. So you are, and so Liv, have we figured out? Have you marked yours down, or do I have the only copy of your stats as of now?
I have the 14, the 16, the 16, the 18, and the 19 marked down, but I haven't assigned them.
You haven't assigned them to anything, and then also you do get to add 1 to one and 2 to another.
1 to one and 2 to another.
Yes, and you cannot go above 20, but it sounds like you're going to avoid. You may avoid
Yeah.
20s at the thing, and instead just have ridiculous stats across the board. So cool. So, I will actually begin a prompt, and this is sort of a thing I may even say to you guys, and you can discuss if this book does come out when hoped for here in a couple of moments. But the thing I do need to know from everyone, I understand, like Liv is not even totally sure of all the character details, but maybe you have some ideas of backstory or stuff, but there is something I do need to know about each of your characters. And I need to know what your biggest problem is. I think, as I said in like a description email, this can be a huge problem, like there is an archdevil who has come to collect my soul, or it can be a problem that I cannot find a good sandwich. Like, I just can't, like, every place there's just something, like, I don't like lunch anywhere near work. So, but the point is, it needs to be something that that is actively causing you, frustration, impeding your life. That's a bad thing.
Alexis's family lost all their money. So.
Are they living in like a little roadside inn now? Yeah.
With a tavern.
I love it.
Does it have a tavern?
I don't know. Does it have?
No. Does the one in Schitt's Creek have a tavern?
Oh no, it doesn't. It
No,
doesn't.
no, but don't inns usually have taverns?
Not this one. It's just a roadside inn. It's just a 2-level. No, oh no, there's only level 1. Yeah. But okay.
Does it have to be light and fun?
No.
Should
My
it be?
family lost all their money.
You
Yeah,
should
but that's
see my
hilarious.
backstory.
I also, and again, I think that you should. I think that you can. You
'Cause I
can.
have one.
You can say what your problem is. Don't go into the full details of it, because like your characters will sort of be learning these things about one another. But you can certainly say just like the my problem is blank. Just like the very quick, one clause version. Yours is your family lost all your money. Okay.
My problem is that I'm after the bastards who kidnapped my daughter
Ooh,
Ooh.
and killed me.
that's dark.
Also, they killed me.
Bury the lead there. Like nobody buried you. Okay.
No, I get it. Like, I would
guess they
imagine if
should've.
Liam Neeson was in Taken, and he'd be like, yeah, they killed me, but also.
Oh
they
my
took
gosh,
God,
I
you know?
did make Liam Neeson. Huh.
I have a
I
very
didn't mean
particular
to,
set of
but I'll
skills.
embrace it.
Inspiration. Everything's inspired by something.
All right. Yeah. So
Literally,
we
the
have.
most iconic scene in all of Back to the Future is inspired by a silent film. So.
So do you have an idea for Rival?
Yes, she blames herself for the death of a comrade in arms.
She blames herself for the death of a comrade in arms. An excellent problem to have.
But she has a good home life. That's what I'm changing about this character as opposed to my other ones. Home life, fantastic. Just that's the thing.
All right. Great. Now, and so Liv, you may not have have you thought of anything for this yet? Have you?
I have one small detail that will be consistent with every character, but then depending on how I build them, they will have major conflicts.
Okay.
The small issue is that she's allergic to strawberries, which is really depressing. But the larger thing
It's a big problem.
depends
Allergic.
entirely on what I do with the
Are
character.
you allergic to strawberries?
No.
No. Okay.
All right. So the book
You
is
just put
live.
that on all your characters.
So friends and neighbors, so
They all must suffer in
the
the
frustrating
way that
news
I have
is
suffered.
this seems to be the only artwork of fairies. However, I can now tell you that the official rules of fairies is basically what was there. Yes, in fact, they lied. There is no additional information. It is literally that you get the Druidcraft cantrip. You get, you are small in size. You have a 30-foot walking speed and flying speed. You have the Druidcraft cantrip. You can cast Fairy Fire starting at 3rd level and Reduce Enlarge starting at 5th. I am disappointed that they did not allow. Hold on, I have to go into the campaigns real quick and lock you guys out of being able to read the actual book.
Let's see.
Do they have different, like... Maybe I was misreading.
Oh, you could have done that without saying it. I didn't know that was an option. Jeez.
No, it's all.
Not that I would have. I've got like
Oh.
like 15 Ice Planet Barbarian books to get through. So
Oh, this was just looking to these for inspiration. That's stupid. I thought this was going to be built into the thing. Damn it.
So basically, the stats on that are what they were from the kind of as we'd said. So it's everything that was in the preview. They did not withhold anything from. They gave you the full look in the sneak peek, guys. That's my point.
Interesting.
I thought that the whole pixie or quickling thing was part of it. Apparently not.
No, that is I think that's an inspiration for like how you want your fairy to look, like visually and personality.
I was very excited.
Yes, unfortunately, yeah, you don't get like a quickling's. There's not one where it's like my move speed is faster because I'm a quickling or I'm a this.
Yeah, I thought that was. I thought we were going to get lots of detail.
can we see the art? Can you show us
It's the
pictures?
same thing.
It's the same picture we showed, but I will definitely show you that artwork here.
No, like different art, like just random pictures.
Turn to a random
thing.
page and show us the picture, Philip.
Okay.
The carnival.
There you go. There's a picture. It's a kid with a unicorn horn.
Oh wait, no, he didn't have no.
You want to see? Okay.
I thought it was like a kid with the unicorn horn, not holding it. A witch. Is that a
Nope.
witch?
Okay, I actually like this picture a lot. This one's pretty fun. Like the fairy in the back is amusing me. I've been on board with that. Okay. Well. Okay, so I heard strawberries and then I was looking at other stuff. Did you say another problem or you're still thinking it over?
Oh no, I'm just allergic to strawberries, but I think I have an idea. Give me like a couple minutes.
Absolutely. We all need a couple minutes. I'm going to read this for a second.
I have a fun fact about Texas and strawberries.
Okay.
Huh?
So Lauren, are you gonna fill some time?
Sure.
Okay. I'm okay.
We can just talk.
Just it's a talk amongst yourselves, your subject.
We'll talk. There is
Be right back.
near San Antonio a little city called Poteet. And there's a Poteet Strawberry Festival every year, and it's really cute. And you can get everything made out of strawberries.
Nice.
That was my fact.
Have you ever been to the Gilroy Garlic Festival?
No, I want to go though.
You want to know the most depressing, disappointing thing about the Gilroy Garlic Festival?
It got shot up that one time.
What? Okay,
Oh God.
that's true. That actually is probably more depressing than I was gonna say.
Well, now my
Um,
depressing fact seems stupid.
But I mean, mass shootings are such a given in the United States now that I feel like, which is sad. Being a girl who has family in the Midwest, if you are having a food festival, I expect that food to be fried somewhere.
Oh
And
yeah.
deep fried garlic? Duh. Nope. No deep fried garlic to be found at all. I was so disappointed that I came home and made it myself.
I mean, you
Did
can find that at like.
Did
a
you
fair.
roast it first and then
Yeah.
fry it? Okay.
So I
was
roasted
like,
it first. No, I
Yeah.
roasted it first and made like garlic, like that nice roasty, like sweet, toasty.
yeah, like almost
garlic.
spreadable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then like rolled them into like balls and like breaded them and then fried them and made.
Girl,
deep
I'm
fried.
from Texas. We will deep fry anything.
I have family who lives in Wisconsin, and like my entire father's side of my family is from Iowa, to the point where a friend of mine did 23andMe and we found out we were related
Aw.
because he found someone in his tree with the same last name and they were from Iowa, and I was like, and I went and looked on Facebook and I was like, yep, you're my fourth cousin.
I did 23andMe really hoping to find something scandalous. I was like, come on, man, this is all I need to like shove it in XYZ's face that they ain't shit. And it came back as predicted. And I was so
Mhm.
sad.
I'm Hispanic, so if I did it, it would just be. I'm related to everyone in the state of Texas. That would be my tree. It would be a bush. What was I going to say? I have had fried butter, which is not as bad as it sounds.
It's, yeah, you freeze it.
Can't
first.
be as good as
Yeah.
you think it is.
No, it is exactly, and I love butter, so it's exactly just a biscuit with too much butter, and
Yeah.
it's not like a stick of butter that
okay.
they fry. It's a little butter pat, and they dip it in biscuit dough or in some kind of either batter or wrap it in dough.
I
and
was
then they
picturing
fry
a
it.
stick of butter.
Yeah,
Yes.
same.
Yeah.
No, it's,
But-
it's just a little pat of butter.
That sounds good,
Yeah,
actually.
it's not bad. They put like powdered sugar on it. Fantastic.
Powdered sugar?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Just a
Like,
little.
a
okay,
little-
you're
a
already
fritter.
asking me, well, not you, but like if I'm at this fair, you're already asking me to eat a stick of butter, or not a stick, but like you're already asking me just to eat deep fried butter. Like, look, just
Here's
give
the thing.
if you just give me the fucking piece of bread or whatever and put butter on it. Like you don't
It
it's
really,
butter. You
it's
don't have to
very,
adver-
it's very bready.
The
It's
point
very.
have like the ooziness. It's not a far stretch from having like deep fried cheesecake.
Yeah. But it's more you don't even like it's more what melty. It's melted.
Hmm.
It's like one of those little those things of butter It's a full one of those with like maybe the proportions are slightly off, but it's good. I didn't mind it. You would be surprised at how not offensive it is. I was.
It's no, but you
And
lost
I
me
was
at the
ready for a
powdered
full
sugar.
stick.
The powdered sugar is where
I think you could get savory seasoning too, though, if you wanted.
savory seasoning, like
Yeah, like Tony's.
the fuck is Tony?
Wow.
Creole.
Wow.
This is rude. This describes the caption on this image is an adventurer with no fashion sense. Oh, that's rude. I think she looks good.
I think, yeah, she's picking up what she can get.
Boy, sometimes. Keep going. I'm sorry. I will say though, I just read this and the back of my mind plan works great. So we're good to go. I did the super over. Keep talking. I'll engage in a second.
Well, I guess actually I do have a somewhat of a question. I mean, like, do they add backgrounds in there?
There
Is
are
anything
two
that
backgrounds in here. One of them is not available to you all. However, if anyone would like to take the Fey Lost background, which is that you are from the normal world and then grew up in the Fey Wild, you may certainly do so. The other one is you are the Witchlight hand. It's basically like you work as a carny at this carnival. That one is not available to you all for story reasons.
Sorry, the first one was just something
called-
for having grown up in the Fae.
It's called the Fey Lost, so it actually means you were like lost there. It's a little. Your background should probably just be noble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yours should be soldier.
Zane would like
rival?
to know if they'll have deep fried butter at the carnival.
It's a little pedestrian for this carnival, honestly. They'll probably have deep fried dreams.
Oh god, I'm ready for my character to scowl at everything.
Yeah.
Is a deep fried dream? Is that like
It's like deep
Do
fried
they take-
cheesecake.
no? But do they take your dreams, or is it like someone's right? Do you get to pick what dream
So
gets deep fried,
here's the thing.
or is
okay,
it like
so
a
let's
bucket,
describe
like-
it. If you go to like the court of the Archfey, the dreams are going to be like grass-fed, like free-range dreams that are very high quality. If we're being honest, at the carnival, this is probably like farm-raised, like pretty processed dreams. They're not your own.
Okay.
It's dreams that have a lot of like preservatives in them.
Okay, so there's probably gluten and things.
These are definitely, yeah,
Okay.
but look, there are some spots around. There are some spots around the Witchlight Carnival that are gonna be a lot more, kind of, that are gonna have stuff. Well, I know you have multiple dietary issues, but have a lot of smoothies.
Oh, that's a good description. Book and Dagger said, that one dream you were trying to remember that one, but deep fried. It's like you're like, I got it, but
Oh,
no.
man.
What else? Deep fried Oreos are really good.
Deep fried Oreos.
They are.
I'm a big fan
Yeah.
of those.
I like
There's
deep
a-
fried mac and cheese.
Love it. All right, if we're talking about this, I will set aside my timely stuff. My favorite, though, of the Texas State Fair deep fried things was the deep fried Thanksgiving dinner,
Sorry?
which was it was so good.
Yes.
It was turkey, and this was one of the ones they never had it when I was like living in Dallas. Like I would go back sometimes. This was like 2012, 2013, and it was turkey and dressing wrapped in mashed potatoes, deep fried as a ball, and you dip it in cranberry and gravy.
Oh man.
That
And
sounds actually really
it
good.
was bomb.
I am interested in deep fried Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
My favorite sandwich at the Earl of Sandwich was it the Thanksgiving sandwich? I don't know, but it had all that. In case anyone was wondering what my favorite sandwich from the Earl of Sandwich was.
I had an idea to do a food truck so my frustration with food trucks were that you usually end up needing utensils. Unless they're like tacos or something else, usually what you get requires utensils. And I was like, well, what if you made like ice cream cones, but for savory things all the time. Like, and then immediately went to like, well, what if you made like a waffle cone and filled it with like fried chicken and made a chicken and waffle cone? And then the idea is that you can eat it like an ice cream cone.
Like the chili con carne.
I mean this in like the most not, you know, fucked up way. I genuine question. Isn't that just a savory crepe?
I mean, basically,
But crunchy.
but crunchy.
Crunchy crepe, yeah.
And the idea being that it's firmer, so you can like literally hold it. Like
Well,
an ice
so
cream
Disney
cone.
tried this with the handwich, which was they marketed it as a sandwich you could eat with one hand. So it was a cone of bread with
wait,
filling
wait.
inside.
Hand witch?
What?
She's a witch.
Oh,
with a hand.
I thought it was something in the book.
But so I came up
No,
with this idea of doing
Disney didn't do Ice Planet Barbarians.
Oh.
What book are you talking about?
The one he's
Oh,
reading.
that book. I thought we were talking about that.
That's fun, right?
Ooh,
That's
I
great.
love that.
That's pretty.
I think my character might be too dramatic for this game.
No.
He'll
I
be a
will
straight
say-
man, just like
I will say, you can do the problem and backstory you have. You might, if you're cool with it, I'm cool with it. You are going to be. It is going to be a different vibe.
That's fine. I'm
But-
cool with it. I actually think it might be funny to interact with that vibe, with that
Yeah,
backstory.
for sure.
But yeah, the hand witch was weird. And, like, you can replicate it out of the, like the Pillsbury sealed tubes that you can make, like, the biscuits out of?
Yes.
You, like, wrap that around tin foil and a piece of paper, and you can make the cones. It's weird. I've done it. It was actually kind of good.
well, they have the
Oh.
pretzel cones at cone.
Oh,
Cars Land is my favorite land.
The happy cone.
The cozy cone.
Cozy cone.
Cozy cone.
I'm
that
going
was
to-
the idea.
I'm gonna.
I was like, what if you did a Philly cheesesteak in a pretzel cone?
That'd be good.
Interesting.
I'm hungry.
It's basically just making sandwiches.
I
in a
know,
cone.
this is
It's
making
really
me
not that
hungry.
brilliant. But the gimmick is that it's like an ice cream cone, and I swear to God, if you put a food truck out at 2 a.m. to drunk people, they would be like, "Oh my God, this is the greatest thing in the world."
I eat danger dogs at 2:30 in the morning. I will eat anything.
What are danger dogs?
The dogs that you get from the vendors on the side of the
Yes.
street, they're the best
Wrapped in
things.
bacon.
Oh no! Wait, Diana Cloppington?
What are these?
Is that an option?
She's a
To be?
centaur. Yeah,
You could be that?
you can be
The
centaurs. Yeah.
horse fairy hybrid. It's a centaur fairy.
I'm so glad that I was right on with the
My brain's
the posters that I made with the different kinds of wings of bugs. Y'all will see the Instagram. Follow our Instagram.
that's what I
'cause
was
made
You
posters.
posted it, right? Oh yeah, go
Yes.
ahead, KJ.
Yeah, it's unimportant. But like on New Year 2020, before the world ended, I did go to a club for New Year's and we left at like 2 a.m. or something, and there was a taco guy outside, and I was tired and I was drunk, and I absolutely stood there and ate 5 tacos.
Absolutely.
It was that guy made so much money that night, and
and he
a
probably
lot
saved
of it
your
was
life.
from me. It was the most genius thing, and he was the only taco guy there, and I was like, how? That was so smart.
Ooh, can't
I
show you
love
that.
Why? What is it?
It's really cool, but it's Oh, I guess I can show you this. Although I feel like whenever I twist my but here's the map of the little place.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Cute. That's not the carnival.
That's the
Is it?
carnival.
Oh, I guess I thought it.
It looks like a Disneyland map.
I think it is very much meant to be Disneyland.
oh,
love that.
wow.
So
Okay.
when you
I
wish
wanna go
upon
to
a star,
Disney.
you will get another star. Okay.
Just so y'all know, like,
Ooh.
Those are cute.
Nice.
can't see them.
Oh, those are very cool.
Right?
Yeah.
They're cellophane and really pretty. I haven't pole danced in them yet, but that's gonna happen.
Wouldn't they? Wait, what about drag? like resistance and drag.
Well,
I don't mean drag like drag. I mean drag like science.
It'll be like I have a pair of angel wings that have magnets that I use, but I can't do like crazy tricks in them because they're delicate and it's too much. But I do pole dance. I literally pole danced in them today, actually.
Well,
So
that's cool.
I would not be successful at that.
Not with that attitude.
Then you've already given up.
okay, I think just to simplify things, I'm gonna go with my first instinct, which was to make like an arcane trickster pixie type. And I've been expelled from my court, and I am trying to work my way back into their favor.
Okay, so just
And I will
there's
flush out the details.
there's no merfolk stuff in this game.
Whoa.
So, you know.
What? What is that?
This is a character named Palasha.
So are these going to be canon in like other D&D games? Like, could I be a centaur fairy lady in another game at some point, please?
I cannot speak to that. But
Can you
in
can
my
you make that
games,
happen?
in my games, absolutely not.
Yes.
I have my mermaid tail down
he
here
said
too.
not.
Right now.
I said no. What are you
He
excited at me
said
about?
no.
This
No,
is
he
the
said he'll make. Oh, I thought
I
he
said
said.
absolutely
he said
not.
absolutely not.
Oh,
This is the only game I'm ever being
Philip.
nice to players. You guys have ruined it for everyone else.
Excuse me, Centaur was originally in the
Ah.
Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica? Oh, wow.
She
I'm
wants
not kidding.
she wants to be a
I
centaur
like
fairy.
mermaid.
That's
is that a silicone one?
That's
No, this is a fabric tail, but it has.
I was about
It
to ask
looks-
if you could take it into the pool or something.
Yeah, no, I literally did a photo shoot in this over the weekend.
That's awesome.
Oh wait, so you can take it in the pool?
Yeah, no, because there's a monofin inside of it, so you can swim in it and everything.
So you can swim in that.
Yes,
How much was it?
it's fabric, but it's swimmable. It was the starting rate I think for Finfolk fabric tails is like 3.
That already sounds too
5.
expensive. It's fine.
Could have split it.
They're not cheap.
KJ, we could split it.
Okay, yeah. I'm not against the plan of.
It'll
split.
be
we
our
can trade weekends.
child.
I'm not
Time-
against this plan.
Timeshare tail? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's a bad
Oh, I
plan.
don't
We
like
They
can
are
do this, yeah.
different
applications,
sizes,
Philip.
and then depending on the size of your feet, that affects the monofin you get too.
What size shoe do you wear?
6.5 to 7, depending on.
Damn it! No, I'm 8.
Yeah.
You'd
Yeah.
probably be able to share a monofin.
Yeah, it's just fine. It's fine.
There,
Well,
there are ranges. I think
I-
the one I have would fit both of you.
I'll stuff tissues in it. It's fine. We'll
Does
figure it
anyone
out.
pronounce it
The-
monofin? Is that like a cult
No.
regional thing?
Leave me alone. You're mean, Philip.
The monofin I have, I think, would fit both of you. So I think it goes from like 6 to 9, maybe.
Yeah. That's something that I didn't know I would need.
All right.
It goes inside the tail and it propel. That's what lets you propel. Otherwise,
Look,
it's,
you've made your sale. It's fine.
So, so there is a couple things. I've now looked this over to the point where I have the information I required. There's of the 3 things I have quickly found out. I'm sure there's stuff later in this book where I'll be like, oh, I didn't know that when I was on stream. Whoops. But I'll be reading this like I bet I'll have this book read tomorrow. But for now, I've gotten information. I'm gonna say 2 things was like perfect. I was like, oh, that's great. And then 1 thing is like, oh, that's a problem.
uh-oh.
That kind of goes against what I was thinking. In any case, I will introduce you to one more character ahead of time, because this is somebody who, KJ's, Alexis could know this person.
Oh, okay. Alexis knows a lot of people.
Is it, I don't know if, I don't necessarily know if, Liv, do we have a name for your character yet?
We do not. I
Uh,
think I had a suggestion that was, I think, Sen, which I might go with.
Sen?
Sen. I think that was the
S-E-N?
suggestion.
S-E-N-N?
I think it was S-E-N, but let me double check.
Or is it
Someone
like
was
the Sen in Paris?
No, it was. Oh god, this is so. Yeah, Sen, S-E-N.
Perfect.
It is a type of lotus and tea from Vietnam.
I think that's a great name. I'm just jotting that down, and if you need to change it for some reason, that's fine. But I'm just gonna
Yeah, and let's go with that for now. It was a suggestion on TikTok.
And do you think that Sen will probably be a rogue, or do you think Sen's going to be an artificer?
I think we're gonna go with rogue. There's too many. I'm just overwhelmed. So
Fairy, I think a fairy rogue with amazing stats sounds great. So you might know who this person is. I really don't think, based on their sort of more martial histories and of being more material, I don't know if the others would necessarily know this person, but you've certainly found out about them sort of early on in this. This is an important NPC in this game. Her name is Eliwick Tumblestrum. She is
What is that? What is that like a salamander? What is that?
It is a big white frog.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
Now, it is actually the thing is, though, the frog is not. Oh, it got away. The frog is not that big because she's a gnome, so she's very small. And for those super nerds like myself, Eliwick is though she is for this adventure, it seems like they were leaning super hard into some crossover stuff here. She's also a Magic the Gathering planeswalker. In the Adventures in the Forgotten Realms set, she was a card. And she's pretty good. I won a lot of games with her.
Can I know like what her job is? Because that would help me know if Alexis knows her.
Oh, she is one of the best musicians in the Feywild.
Alexis knows her.
Yeah.
Yes. Alexis knows who
I
she
would
is.
imagine that you probably have. She'll be familiar with you.
They partied in Neverwinter once.
I'm
it's
trying to
fine.
think of a good comp for her. And I don't know enough about modern pop music. I get a real kind of singer songwriter vibe off of her. I get a real in the 90s, I have so many references for who she could be. And then into the 2000s.
I saw her and immediately thought of Jewel.
Jewel feels right, like Lisa Loeb or know Sarah McLachlan, Lilith Fair type sort of.
Yeah.
But I don't know who is there. It's not Billie Eilish. Who is that? Who is that?
What's her freaking name?
Doesn't Taylor Swift write her own stuff?
I don't think she's poppy enough to be Taylor Swift. If that makes sense.
No. Who's the one? What's the basic white girl in LA?
Yeah. Who is the one? The basic white girl. That's what I'm looking for. Out of context, that sounds bad.
What's her name? Why am
With context, I don't know that it's great.
Blanking on her name. Give me a second. I will find this. Hold on. I will go to my sad girl bummer playlist.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she's
Sad
on
girl
it.
bummer playlist. That sounds exactly.
Lana Del Rey.
Philip, you should have thought of Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey is not the kind of thing I'm thinking of. I'm rolling right now. Evens, everything I thought about Eliwick Tumblestrum is out, and she is LDR. She's a 3 foot tall or a 2.5 foot tall LDR. Odds I will keep her as my original thing. So imagine this, but with red hair and always wearing very kind of mid-century inspired fashions, and just really into. Oh my god, I'm gonna listen to so much Lana Del Rey tonight. Oh my god, I unironically think that Norman fucking Rockwell is a phenomenal album. I'm not even joking right now. I think that album is great. I'm bothered because
I like it.
We have hit something deep and built.
The opening line of that album is, oh my god. This is what this stream turned into. The opening line of that album is, "Goddamn man-child, you fucked me so good that I almost said I love you." Your poetry's bad and you blame the news. Oh my god. That is great. Anyway, enough about me. Sad girl playlist. That's where you got LDR, huh? Okay.
Sad girl bummer. So hot girl summer, sad girl bummer.
Oh no.
Did you make the playlist, or if I Googled that on Spotify or put that on Spotify?
No, I made it. I can
okay.
send it to you. I have so many playlists because I have like different dance vibes for pole dancing, and one of them is called the Sad Girl Bummer.
Is Sad Girl Bummer a pole dancing playlist?
Yes. There's 80 songs on it right now.
Nothing has happened all night that is more interesting than that. That is
That is
I'm gonna
peak
go-
interesting.
that's all I care about
Get it
now
right now.
All
is
right.
seeing pole dancing to a Sad Girl Bummer playlist. Oh my
I
god.
literally was pole dancing today to Otis Redding. So like there's no song that is off limits to me for that. I put the
All
link
right.
in the chat.
What's your freaking handle? Oh my god.
I want to find one. I want to figure one out. Construction sound effect track. Just like the sounds of like jackhammers and beeping.
The sounds of industrial machinery.
I've twice now used instrumental music from Doctor Who.
Stop.
Wait.
Stop. You've made your sale, woman. God damn.
It
Can only get so hard. Like, come on.
Jesus Christ. I can only get so hard.
Wait, what is the cover of it?
Are you talking to me?
No.
You're talking about the Spotify thing?
I'm
Oh,
not
my-
interested in
my
anything you're saying
playlist?
right now, Philip.
I was going to show you the cover of the
only
book
wanna
if you're
know
asking.
Sad Girl
The
Bummer.
cover of my playlist is from Black Swan.
Okay, I'm trying to find it.
I put a link to it in the Zoom chat if you want to get to it. It should be a public playlist.
Oh
That's
no!
doing-
That is rad as balls.
What's up? Oh, Philip is reacting to things.
There's a magic
Following
weapon
you on
in
multiple
here.
platforms now.
Wait, you wear multiple platforms at once? Isn't that
Yes.
dangerous? Why
I
don't you
don't
just
wear
get?
multiple platforms. I just wear 10-inch heels.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, why wouldn't you just get one platform that's tall? It feels like wearing two shoes at once is dangerous.
Unless they're on your hands. Because you're a centaur.
That's true. Fairy centaur, which Lauren can never be.
Leave me alone. You're mean.
Well, okay, well, I guess in that case, I had another thing I was going to ask you. Honestly, the one thing in here that doesn't track makes that question maybe not as helpful. So let's recap these characters a bit. We have, I may have one more question for everyone. I know it's also kind of, we're getting on to 9:30 because, you know, I've just been reading a book the past half an hour. We have Alexis Rosanel, a Dhampir of Eladrin sort of lineage as well, who is a warlock. And her family lost an awful lot of money. Do we know what, and her background is noble, I think we said, right? KJ?
Yes.
Okay. We have Rival, a tiefling ranger. Is your background soldier? Are you going to lean into the Rival?
Oh, sorry.
I know you don't know your
I was-
name yet. It's fine. Yes.
No, I was watching Nightbot attack Liv.
Oh.
I posted a Spotify link and it was like, this is not allowed.
I was trying to figure out how to do it.
Oh, we should add you to.
Oh wait, it might not. There, maybe I can do it. Because
You can
I'm a
do it.
mod.
You're a mod, but we should
Yeah,
add Liv
yeah,
to
yeah.
be
Here,
a
I'll
mod.
do
I
it.
was
I'll
just
do
gonna
it for
share the
you.
playlist.
Here's his
It's
doing
all
it.
good. No worries.
I did it
Back to the
fast.
actual
But
video.
I'm sorry. What was your question?
I can't even remember.
Are you
Sticking
going with the soldier background?
Yes, Rival. You're going to be a soldier.
Yes.
Okay, so we use the soldier background for you for your character creation.
Yes.
And you blame yourself for the death of a comrade in arms. You will.
Yes.
All of these are problems that have not been delved deeply into, although I think we all know many details of Alexis's. There's this one guy named Roland who works at the. Anyway, it's amazing.
Oh, no,
Roland. We have Sen, the fairy rogue who is allergic to strawberries and maybe something else. What background do you think you'll be taking for old Sen?
Oh no! Didn't she say that she was like, I forgot the word, evicted or whatever from the fairy court, and she's trying to win favor back? Did I imagine that?
Liv,
Yeah,
did you say
no,
that?
she's-
I may have.
Yes.
Okay, I was
No
reading
worries.
stuff
I
at
mean,
the time.
also allergic to strawberries. Yes,
Yes,
but
also allergic to strawberries. That's like the minor problem. And then the larger problem is that I was expelled from the fairy court, which is why I became a rogue. Or maybe it was because I was roguish. I need to figure that out. But now I'm trying to get back into their favor. I have to figure out the more complex backstory. Basically, I've been expelled and I have no society.
Those seem like equal problems because strawberries are good. Okay, so what do you think your background is? Like your mechanical background? If you were that, you actually, if you wanted to, one that I always think is kind of fun, there is a courtier background. Someone who like operates in courts and is a noble court or bureaucratic position. So if you wanted to be like a member in good standing of the court, you could have been a courtier.
Yes, but now an expelled courtier.
Exactly. So that is your backstory. So you'll get that will give you insight and persuasion skills, cool. 2 languages of your choice, and you will have very fine clothes, and you'll also have the court functionary feature, which basically any sort of court, you understand how they operate. So if you ever come to a different court of your own, you'll have its number. Okay.
This is in the new book?
No, this is from Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, published way back in 16.
Cool.
But that's kind of a fun one. And then what background do we think that Olanius has?
Mercenary veteran. Also from Sword Coast.
I'm gonna watch it after.
Mercenary. Yeah, I remember this. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Great. And Olanius' problem is just mild problem. Daughter kidnapped. He was killed. Just
very mild problem.
In that order.
I mean, were they? You don't have to answer this, I suppose, but were they contemporaneous?
Yeah, it was the same incident. What caused both of them?
What caused? Perfect. Okay. Well, we have some characters with some problems. We have a very, very fun and exciting world they're going to be stepping into. I will let you know in this case that you all have been invited to the palace of a very, very powerful archfey. Those of you from the Feywild, this is in a different domain of delight than your own. A domain of delight called Prismere. The archfey in question is Zybilna. And she is a rather powerful, kind of Seelie type Fey Queen. She has sort of suggested that you arrive at the Witchlight Carnival. That will sort of be the first step of your sort of journey engaging with her. You have specifically been invited to her palace, the Palace of Heart's Desire, it is called. This is, for those of you from the Feywild, this is a big fucking deal. For those of you not from the Feywild, it sounds a little suspect, but it seems like it will, you know the fairies are powerful. They may have some answers, and, you're being invited to a carnival to start it off, so who would not want such a thing? I mean, maybe your characters wouldn't, but just get there. That's all I'm asking you to do. Just get to the point where you're cool to do, where you answer this summons in a positive way. That's fine. In other words, yes, it's basically you're being flown out to California, and they're like, go to Disneyland, and then we'll pick you up and take you to, the mansion in Beverly Hills. That's the vibe, basically.
Okay.
That's such a long drive.
It's true. Well, but you probably, yeah. Your family probably used to live in Calabasas, though, so that was a much longer drive. I think I think that is where we can end it. Does anyone have any further questions?
Not yet.
Do you
Not
get?
yet. I'm gonna think about things and flesh out a lot and email you along.
Perfect. Email me along the long and the short of it. But yeah. So I think that basically our game will be commencing with you all sort of arriving at the Witchlight Carnival, for an interesting experience. Zybilna has a reputation of being very intense, but very influential, very important, and very effective. What it is she wants with you remains to be seen, but that is how our story will begin. Well, thank you in that case for watching. We have some characters here. I want to just apologize on behalf of KJ for her dice, who were just, rude. That's really the only term for it. I also want to congratulate Liv's dice for
These are Dahlia's dice, so
you're bringing in
Keep rolling with those.
Bringing in Dahlia's.
I'm gonna switch to my mini dice because I'm very excited to use them.
Mini dice is
accessible.
Is deeply important, is deeply appropriate for Sen.
Yeah.
For Sen.
So we will find out how bad those are.
I'm gonna make you. You won't change your stats, but I'm gonna make you roll stats with those dice to see what you would have gotten.
Just to see.
And you'll be like, I rolled 3 once. That's a 10. Yeah. The I don't know. I think I went with I have a lot of like weird ways of rolling stats. Like the highest drama one is 1d12 plus 8.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Where you're just like, whoa. And then there's one person where I was like, I want you to roll one of your stats the roll is a d20.
That would be interesting to do for like 1 or 2 of them, but across the board, that's pretty scary.
It's a lot.
That's really scary.
Yeah, exactly. But I figured because I know that KJ is not a fan of the negatives. So because this is the nice game, I said it will be 7 plus 3d4, so that everyone's like.
I rolled 2 15s, a 12, and a 3.
Yeah. 2 15s, a 12,
and a 3.
And a 3.
So that would have been a 10.
A 10.
10.
Okay.
Oh wait, you're rolling a d20?
Yeah, just to see
Oh.
what I get.
Yeah,
I got
wait a
another
minute.
15 and a 14.
So aside from that 3, you're okay.
Yeah, that's 3 15s, a 14, a 12, and a 3.
That 3 is gonna hurt you. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you like what we did here tonight, you probably should get out more. But if you
Don't tell them to do that.
Yes,
They're our
let's
audience.
insult the audience.
We need them to stay.
what I said thanks for watching, but if you enjoyed it, I'm saying, oh my god. In any case, no. This
Then
was
they're
wonderful.
refined individuals with impeccable taste.
That is true. But if you want to see something insane, you should watch Blood from a Stone on Friday, because they fucking opened the box last week and they don't even know it.
Was that because of me?
Yes,
I'm
it was
scared.
because of the 1-2 punch of you doing that, which I did not expect. So effectively, what was just happening in our game there is that Liv's character, for those of you who have ever played a Curse of Stardover, a monster was attacking them, and Liv didn't want to leave someone behind. So Liv effectively said, "Hey Strahd, come here and save us. I love you."
Awesome.
And then Andrew in that game said, "Hey Strahd, if you guys love each other, want me to marry you right now?" to which
You're just fucking
to
evil.
which Liv was like, "What are you doing?" And to which the Stone Man said, "Let me sleep on it.
I'm
Baby,
gonna
baby,
die.
let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it. I'll give you an answer in the morning." And then he took off into the night. It is going to be interesting. So check that out on Fridays. Blood from a Stone, horror nonsense. Literally the antithesis of this game. And then on this coming Sunday is the finale of Smugglers Reverse, our Star Wars game. Last night's epic session. Yeah, that's it. It was a 6-episode miniseries. I was like,
wow.
They have 6 episodes. If they don't do the heist, they don't do the heist. And
Nothing happened until
episode 1, eventful. Episodes 2 through 4, they didn't really do too much. They kind of just were like, all right, whatever. Then
Last
episode
night,
5,
everything.
they events occurred. So that was really fun. They still have a huge heist to pull off all in one thing, but they somehow accomplished much of what they were trying to do. All it cost was all their legal reputations. And then finally, come back here next week for session 1 of The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. It's going to be super fun. I will have to figure out how to turn Eliwick Tumblestrum into Lana Del Rey. That's probably what I'll spend most of my time doing. And I'll just listen to a lot of, Sad Girl Bummer Mix?
Yeah.
Sad girl bummer.
There's only one Lana Del Rey song on it.
Is it Summertime Sadness?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, man.
Like, that's a requirement. I think that's the one that's on here. No. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. I lied. There's 2 songs
Young
on
and Beautiful?
Here. No, Dark Paradise.
Oh, that's a great song.
And Video Games.
That's a good song, too. I actually like Video Games. That's the one people like that. I remember when she did that in SNL like 12 years ago or something, and everybody hated it. And I was like, guys, what's wrong? This is great.
Yeah, no, those 2, because I didn't want to be so obvious.
This is every girl I've ever been in love with who did what? Yeah, no, I'm real into Lana Del Rey, real into her vibe.
Those 2. But yeah, Summertime Sadness is also another good one. It's just not on that specific list.
No, yeah, video games. That's Dark Paradise. I like Dark Paradise a lot. It's a good song. Well,
Have you thought of a sign off?
A sign off? Oh, for this?
Have a
Yes.
wild night.
You don't have to go home, but get the hell out of here.
No, I do have a sign off, but
Closing
I
time.
don't know that I would use it yet because there's some stuff from. Well, I think for now I will just say, be well.
That's scary.
Be
That is
well.
scary.
And I'm going to say it when I say be well to you. I know it's hard to do in this, but I'm going to do it's like be well.
I hate that.
It's
Yeah.
right in your eyes.
You should like warn people not to give their name or something. Not.
Don't let anyone into your house
No.
because they might be a vampire.
No.
Don't give them your name.
Just
Don't give them your name.
be well. Okay.
That's
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
everyone.
Super fun. Check us out.
Yay.
Bye. Oh yeah, and subscribe to the channel or whatever. Yeah, I forgot that part too. Yeah.
Oh, it's September. You get a discount. Also,
September
if you have
discount.
Amazon Prime and have not done so already, you can give your subscription away to preferably us, but anyone who you like on Twitch.
Yeah. All right. Be well. Hey, seriously though.
Be
everybody.
well.
Like not even a joke. Yeah. Be well. Be well.